Indeed, greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you so much for joining me again on another video, another live stream, another windy day. Damn it, I cannot win for some reason, and I feel like the wind is mildly, just like a little bit, just the smallest smidgen of spiteful. Sometimes, I'll have decent wind the entire day, and then as soon as I come and sit down, I'm thinking now actually, it's probably mildly a part of the fact that by the end of the day it cools down again. So, the whole process of the wind getting pushed up starts all over again, and it's basically at the same time that I start streaming that happens. It's my fault. It's still my fault. Okay. Your treasure is your reality as the unlimited, holy and only begotten child of the universe. Babingo. Hello. You have to force yourself in between the scarf every time, don't you? Yeah. Gigas. It's kind of hot today, right? Is it really hot? I like turtles. I like turtles as well, dude. Turtles are pretty cool. You're gonna excuse yourself again. I was just taking my sandal. Is that completely necessary? Yeah, bring it back to me. No. Okay. You keep it, Kiki. You keep it. Oh, we have Cable here. Thank you for my love, my friend. For my love? For the love. I appreciate it so much, man. How have you been, Cable? And Mr. I like turtles. What else do you like? Is turtles the only thing that you like? Exclusively turtles? Or do you allow yourself to like other things as well? Kiki be like, why you look at this nothingness? I'm right here. Yeah. Mild. Like she stole that other sandal so passively. Like she literally got off of my lap, put the sandal in her mouth, and then gently tried to jump onto that little wall, and then found that she was probably going to have the sandal ripped out of her mouth because she doesn't know how to jump with things in her mouth. She turned back, so I thought she was returning to me, and then she just went and laid there. What goes on in her little mind? She's not chewing, unfortunately. She's chewing on a bone right now, but I wonder. She had a very interesting weekend. My grandma brought one of her little puppies as well. Well, brought her puppy as well. It was called Mopsy, and it was like a 9-week-old little baby dog. So Kiki was instantly very curious, about what's going on, who this new intruder is, and also trying to play with her at the same time. But because she's so small, her defense mechanism, or her reaction, if you will, to Kiki's playful attempts is just to go and lay on the floor. As like Kiki runs up to her, tries to, play bite at her, and she's just like, I surrender. Please do not murder me. And Kiki didn't really understand that. She was like, why are you like this? Why aren't you playing with me? Maybe she was thinking the same thing about me. Also had so many kids play with her. Had 50 pairs of hands that would be willing to throw a ball for her, so yeah, I'm happy for her as well. She had a good weekend. Kiki be like, oh yeah, for the one. Your treasure is your reality, but it's a divine pleasure to share it. Yes, it is. Thank you for reminding me of that. I still have it open because I wanted to read it again, Cable. Your treasure is your reality as the unlimited, holy, and only begotten child of the universe. So this can be interpreted in a bunch of ways. It can be seen as this, what is that religious belief that you are the only being in the entire universe? I don't know if it's nihilism. I don't think it is, but anyway, instead of just thinking of it in that way, it is this the reality, you know, the actual perception of the reality could be seen as a function of consciousness, and that can be seen as the child of God, the child of the universe, the child of source, if you will, this thing that we're experiencing right now. And that's a treasure. Your treasure is your reality as the unlimited, holy and only begotten child of God, the universe, source, the computer. We're gonna have a windy day, my YouTube friends. My heart breaks for you every single day when the wind is just relentless. But you, not Instagram friends, you Reddit friends, should be fine. Should be completely fine. Hello, Melt Fam. Hey, Talia. Thank you for joining us, my friend. How have you been? How's life been treating you? How's your mom been? I'm curious as well. I know you've told me that things have been better since you've moved out. Have you been able to talk with her a little bit more? Interestingly enough, I feel after this weekend, me and my brother had really good conversations with my dad as well, and trying to enlighten him. And I know the word enlighten him sounds, you know, sketch just in its own, but trying to bring to his awareness, that's a better way to say it. Same thing, but, you know, different phrasing. Bring to his awareness some of the things he does that we don't approve of / don't appreciate. And in doing so, also draw conclusions from his siblings and the way his siblings treats their children. And yeah, I feel things are slowly but surely changing. My dad's mind is being more and more open. He's listening more and more intently. It makes me happy. I should tell him that I'm seeing this. I should tell him. I'll tell him. I promise. How have you been, friends? Please do tell me. How have you been? Thank you for the wholesome I choose. I really do appreciate that. Thank you for the wholesome as well, Talia. And I choose for the respect you're giving me. Respect back to you. I think it's the first time we're seeing you here. How are you, friend? Thank you for joining us. I'm dealing the end of love and the death that comes with isolation and the rebirth that comes with life just not having a presence you were so used to, but being there is very painful. To accept pain and yet not let it wash over the entire phenomena. It's a trip. I'm grateful for it all. Thank you, universe, for the creation. Thank you, Cable, for your creation, my friend. I appreciate you. Oh, hey, Ryan. Thank you for joining us again, my friend. Nihilism is where you think nothing matters. What's your opinion on that, actually? Believe in the correct term. Yeah, I mean, nihilism is a difficult one as well. Because, what is happening here? For some reason there was tension. My hair was like sticking to me or something. Anyway, I think everything cares, or everything matters rather would be the right term. Not that I don't care about anything, but that I care about everything. That everything technically has as much value as everything else. Thinking about it, like if moment by moment could be technically encapsulated in this fifth dimensional way of seeing this universe, right? So we experience linear realities. One thing happens, then the next thing happens, and the next thing happens, and the next thing happens. In a fourth dimensional or fifth dimensional reality, all of those sequential happenings could have been happening at the exact same time and space, right? As like an external view of that, all of it is always happening. And in that way, all of it always happening, all of it has a place in this everything, if you will. The horrible things, the absolutely fantastic things are encapsulated in this whole that is this experience. So it can be taken from the perspective, oh, nothing matters because there is so much of this infinity, or it can be everything matters because I am a part of this infinity, if you will. Thank you for the love, Kathy, and for the love, Infamous One. I appreciate you so much, my friends. Nihilism has much more than just things not mattering. You do expand if you would be willing to. Cable. I love who? I love you all. Love you too, infamous boy. Thank you for being such a light being, my friend. I appreciate you. Dude, speaking of your dad, I'm so grateful to have his heartbreak. Grateful to have this heartbreak. Are you still like Cable? You like I know I can feel there is definitely some turmoil happening inside of you, but it also feels like you're speaking very cryptically, Cable. If I have to have like my professor hat on, or what does a psychologist wear? Glasses and a pen and a little book. Yes. What are you writing down there? Cable, give me the deets, dude. What's going on, man? I wanna know the truth, dude. Give me the deep scoop. This is awesome. I'm very happy you are slowly opening his mind. Yater. It brings so much joy to my heart as well, man. It's making me happy, dude. Maybe the painful parts, the arguments, the disagreements are supposed to be a part of the arc, if you will, a building. If I just, once off, if my dad was just like, okay, yes to everything, and I would be like, David, now what? No, no. So it had to be no to everything so that the yeses can be more satisfying as they slowly but surely reveal themselves, if you will. I am thirsty. I do want to set an intention for why it is we're sipping water. Persistence? Perseverance? Growth? Man, there's a bunch of things I'm thinking. I'm thinking about Johan's analogy. I think it's a Buddhist thing or whatever, but he kind of mentioned it in the stream or the podcast day before yesterday. And they basically talk about force in a way, and they tell you to be like water. In the same way that water can literally carry away a big chunk of a mountain, literally make the Grand Canyon. That is how powerful water can be. But it doesn't do it with haste or with some sort of, urgency. Water just kind of takes its time, flows slowly. There's rain seasons, and then it slowly flows again. Takes the smallest little bit of sand away, trying and uncovering the truth that is at the bottom of it. It's trying to be more in flow, more like water in these type of things as well. Life's good. I've detached my emotions from my mom, and it helps a lot. Kind of sad that we can actually have much better conversations if I don't feel anything towards her. Yeah, it helps. I agree, actually, Talia. I don't know if you would say experiment, but I've been attempting the same thing. I'm not calling it indifference. I want to call it more being neutral. You just go into the whole interaction, the whole feeling with a little bit more neutrality. You're just like, okay, let's see what happens. Oh, this thing's happening now. Okay. Oh, this thing is happening now. That's good. We still haven't set an intention. Water. Yeah, be like water. That's my intention. Yeah. Be like water. But melt. You are 70% water. I know. So why do we struggle to get into that state of flow? Because infamous, guess who I love? You! There we go. Yes, Yater. For if there is... Hey, bingo. Bye, bingo. For if there is no creation of family and company, I need to be one. I need to be one with me. Do you feel you have no one to co-create with anymore? Like in a a conversational way, Cable? I still want more, dude. You're giving me little crumbs. Little crumbs, dude. By the time I get there, the hawks have already eaten pieces of it. Oh, I know this feeling. My ex gives me a similar lesson. I can think so, especially. So, it is a creation that says that if nothing matters, then you can create freely. Okay. I mean, that sounds about right. I don't think it's exactly right. If anything, if nothing matters, it creates a blank slate, right? It's like the nothingness would be the same as the emptiness or the blankness of a canvas. And in that way, you can then choose to create whatever matters to you on said canvas, blank canvas, right? And in that way, it can be a beautiful way of seeing it. The good and the bad, it's the holistic way, my friend. I think so as well. And Mel, I'm just glad to hear about your fam. I'm glad to have you here, Talia. It was really blessed. It was amazing having some chats with my cousins again and seeing them. It wasn't that much fun seeing the rest of my family. Not out of any specific reason, just there is definite a sense of confusion / judgment about the current path I'm trying to take in my life. And I'm not too concerned about it, not really. Other than it can be awkward to communicate with people that lives in that state. Talking about saying things in a vague way. Distressed jeans. How long has it been, my friend? Hello to you. Thank you for joining us. The elegance of order can change things over time. That is a great lesson in how to change the world. I think so as well, especially Yader, because for the longest time, had a little bit of an intensity streak to me when it comes to how I want to do things, of the intensity that I want to do them, how forceful I have to be with myself into realizing the things that I have to do. And that analogy, again, as you said, of the water, kind of gives you a little bit more calm. Gives you a way to visualize things changing in a more organic way, if you will. Love is true, infamous one. Oh yes, absolutely. It's a great lesson. Hello to you, vegan! It's been a while, friend. How have you been? How many vegan meals have you eaten since? This weekend, one of my cousins asked me, "Are you vegan now?" I'm like, "No." Interestingly enough, but I do want to go vegan. And she's like, "Yeah, vegan this and vegan that," and I didn't feel great. And I'm like, "Yeah, I have heard all of those things as well. That's why I haven't made the jump just yet." It's nice to have you here, my friend. Thank you for joining us again. Hi, Bingo. Bye, Bingo. It's the second time he passed. Like, he mildly tripped over the extension cord the previous time. Oh, he's quite a character. He'll do some things that sometimes concerning. Like yesterday, he was just like falling over. I mean, he's 15 years old, so maybe there's like some merit to why that happens. But like, I was just watching him like sitting on the porch, and it looked like he would look to his side and then fell to his side like a bunch of times, like tried to find his legs under himself. And I was like, are you good, dude? Are you good? Look like you're wasted, man. And I gave him some pets. Like these last few, at least what I think of will be his last few years are going to be good years, at least. I do have co-creators. I'm blessed in that regard. I must choose creation with both hands. That's the lesson, Melt. Wholehearted participation. The lesson I have been given, that is. I hear you. Do you feel you've not been present and participating with both of your hands, if you will, Cable? Do you feel there's something holding you back? Is that something you? Do you think there is something external that you're now using as a condition, a final point at which you have to try and, or at which you're trying to reach in order to do or to be fully present in your creations? I'm curious, my friend. Grandma was like, Dacha will make you crazy. Melt was like, hard. No, Grandma. She wasn't even saying Dacha makes you crazy, Yader. She told me that certain strains of Dacha kills you. It's poisonous. You may sad bite me. Yeah, she was like, yeah, I heard him. So, okay, since weed is becoming a little bit more legal in South Africa right now, like there are a bunch of parties lobbying to make weed completely legal to the point where everybody can grow for themselves and sell if they wanted to. Right now, it's like everybody can grow for themselves, but you're not allowed to sell. And then she she tells me like, oh yeah, her radio, she listens to like this Afrikaans radio channel, and these dudes are like these 70-year-old very gray white men. You know, not that the fact that they're white matters, but just they're old school South Africans. Let me just say that they used to live in the era of apartheid and stuff like that. And my grandma just like all this time has been listening to them, like hanging on their words, like what they say is absolute fact. And she tells me that, oh yeah, she was listening to this radio channel and they were warning people about all of these poisonous strains of weed. That if you don't know what you're doing, you grow weed and then some of your plants might be poisonous. And I was like, no, grandma, no, very much no. No, but these people were like educated, she tells me, or something. I'm like, yeah, Oma. Very much not so. Just imagine that, dude. Like you have a whole little baggie full of like weed seeds. You plant all of them. You grow all of them. All of them look exactly the same. They have these buds, right? You smoke one of those plants' buds and you just insta die because it happened to, oh yeah, instead of THC, this one produces 25% nicotine. And you're like, what? Why would you say that, Meltmore? Because nicotine is more poisonous than cyanide. Don't believe me? Go look it up for yourself. Nicotine is more poisonous than cyanide. You know, by weight, if you will. So if if it switches over to producing as much like nicotine as it produces THC, like the 24, like up to like 30% technically, you would just straight up die if you smoked an entire joint, maybe from a single puff. Maybe if you take a bong hit of that pure like nicotine joints, then yeah, or weed, then yes, you would die, like from a single puff. But yeah, grandma, no, that's not how it works. That's really not how it works. And again, it comes back to this irk, this irritation I have inside of myself, where people just hand their divinity right over to someone else. Like, oh, weed is poisonous, yes? Yes, weed is poisonous. Okay, I don't have to do any thinking for myself, do any research for myself, do any soul searching whether or not this is the truth or not. I'm just gonna slide it right here into my brain. Scrolling through my knowledge of what weed can do. Oh, it's a gateway drug, my grandma believes. Oh, it is something that ruins people's lives. Oh, it is something that's potentially poisonous. Like, no, grandma. All of those files on your record are misleading. And probably generated by people that has never used the substance either. I love grandma and her pretty blouse. I love her as well. My love for her does not fade, but my love for the truth is more resounding. Another similar lesson, Melt. Intensity is good, but to truly walk in the path, we must shed even the desire to walk on the path. No, I don't agree with that completely, Cable. I understand what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying, but to not want to walk on the path is also out of alignment. You know, it has to be the whole knowing that you don't know, yet trying to still speak from a place of knowledge. You know, I get, you know, the analogy, the point you're trying to make. But if you don't pursue that knowledge, even though you realize you couldn't know, you will never learn, right? So yes, and also no. I do think there has to be a desire to walk on the right path. because desire begets everything in our world. Actually, now that we're talking about desire, let's see how long it takes me, because there is some really good quotes about desire in this little book book of things worth saying, rather. I want to read one. There we go. So here is a bunch of the desired ones. Okay. A little bit back. No. So here is one of them. You are the effect of the universe's desire to extend love. Okay, right? Think about that. Because the universe desired to extend love, made you, so that you can do that as well. Everything is the effect of desire. Desire is not to be feared, but to be mastered. Fearing desire is the effect of fearing yourself, Kavel. But dude, all of these just like resonate with me so much. Desire is creation. Therefore, what you desire is of supreme importance. And I feel there we can leave it, actually. That's the one I really wanted. Because again, the desire to walk on the right path is going to be the thing that actually gets you to walk on the right path. It's of supreme importance. One more. What is it that I most desire? Oh, this is one of my own personal ones. What is it that I most desire? I desire to house, feed, and change the world. You are always creating what you desire. Desire, intention, allow, surrender. This is the way. Okay. I'm just gonna continue on forever if I don't stop now. Did your family end up energizing you or draining you? The kids energized me. The adults definitely drained me, Yater, because I felt like I had to be extra sure. You know, I'm very much sure, but then with them being so, are you sure? I had to be like, yeah, I'm sure, I'm so sure, you know, and I'm sure, surely I'm sure, but I don't want to pretend I'm sure, you know, I'm sure you know. Oh, and adding to this, both active choice and observing yourself for what you truly are. Absolutely, Gable. I think there's a great lesson in life. You shouldn't avoid what you don't like and focus on what you do. You should welcome all. One of the rules of the one of the invitations of the 5 invitations is accept all, push away nothing. Oh, absolutely, I was not. I was holding myself back. All the ideas I had before were good, but I was letting myself get too caught up in them. When the idea is good and you have this mounting pressure to make it as good as the idea actually is, you can like find yourself in a state of limbo between the realization of the idea and the conception of the idea. I think my mom is back, so there's gonna be some dust probably soon. Much. Oh, that's right. It was lethal. Even more comical than mom. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I've had plenty of meals. If you ever want to discuss your nutrition, I'd be happy to share my love of food with you. It has grown so much since going vegan. Please do. We have like a whole Discord channel made for all of the yummies, my friend. We would love to follow you on your journey as well. Weed is an aspect where South Africa is quite advanced compared to the majority of the rest of the world. It is, but it is only, and like literally, I want to say only very liberally, because I don't usually say stuff like that, but only because of the younger generation. Like because of us being so vocal and being so tech savvy, if you will, we have realized the legalization of weed in our country. But our old people, like my family members for example, are still very much resistant to the idea of weed being legal. Your partner, your art, your actions, your consumptions are a part of this journey, but I cannot let myself flow away with them. There's nowhere you can flow. Cable. Technically, there's nowhere you can go, dude. There's nowhere for you to flow into that is going to take you away from where you are. But I know you know that as well. Oh, damn, propaganda. Yeah, this is casual propaganda. So many fascinating discussions to try to follow. It can be mildly taxing, vegan, but I do believe my brain is actively expanding. Because I do that already, have multiple conversations at the same time in my head, try and figure things out. So now I'm just, doing the extreme version of that boot camping. Cable, I'm reading everything you write, my friend. I'm reading everything he writes as well, and I appreciate you doing the same. Because the mind and the body often don't have the complete idea, they are very reactive, and I was falling for that over and over again. I hear you, man. Send me some good vibes, my bro. Going to rehab tomorrow on after a 15-year bender, I'm guessing. Wish me luck. The one nut wonder. The one nut wonder. What's happening there? There we go. Sending you good vibes! Dude, 15 years of bendering and then you make a new decision to change your life, to save your life? Good. I'm proud of you, my friend. I'm really proud of you. You got this, dude. You 100% got this. Who is that weed you're talking about? Horrible. Who is that weed you're talking about? I have absolutely no idea what you mean with that message. I'm sorry, Talia. Truly, being cannot be separate in section. All of being is all of being. There is no fight possible here. I'm happy you said the same thing, my dude. Simplicity is such a tempting illusion. Oh yes, oh yes. When it rains, good Monday to you, my friend. Thank you for joining us. I'm sending you all the strength you need to embark on this new journey. You are not alone. You always have us. We are beside you, my friend. Thank you for letting him know that as well, Yater. Good morning, Mosey. Good morning. It's nice to have you here again, friend. How have you been? How's life been treating you? Desire is what keeps species going, biologically tricking innocent beings into reproduction. Biologically tricking us into it, Talia. It's kind of fun though, Sometimes we don't have to be tricked. Sometimes they trick each other. Is that just biology? There is definitely something about beings wanting to merge. So maybe there is some sort of spiritual aspect to it as well. My hair is gonna be a mess. Like when this happens, I kind of have this feeling of just going even harder with it because now I'm aware that my hair is a mess. So instead of being conscientious of said messy hair, I want to purposefully mess it up so that I can take ownership, Yeah, my hair's a mess, but I made it that way. It was my decision, not the wind. I'll see if it happens. Desire is not to be feared, but to be mastered, right? Infamous one, that is, I think, also one of the most powerful ones of those sayings. Because if you can master your own desires, things become a lot easier. What scares you the most? I'm also curious, actually. That's a good question, Yater. Thank you for asking it. Thank you for the love again. I have no desire to say anything after it. There you go. I knew you would appreciate those, Cable. You're gonna be alright. But the desire to share the love and understanding it gave me. Sometimes it's hard to share that understanding as well. Sometimes even impossible to, my friend. Remember that. Remember that. Can be intimidating, can discourage you sometimes in trying to share in the first place. But if you don't try, if you don't start, you'll never figure out how to, if you will. Thank you, Kathy, for the love. I appreciate that so much. You are already all right. Yes, you are. Thank you, Yater, so much, my friend. How are you doing, dude? It's so nice to have you just beaming light today, dude. How does one join the Discord channels? So if you click on my profile, said little lion, and you open it up and you click on the name, and then it takes you to my profile, you'll see up top there's going to be a little YouTube tag post pinned post, if you will, and then a Discord pinned post. You click on that, it's gonna take you to like a web portal. If you have Discord on your phone, you can basically join there. If not, maybe download it and then join. If you have a computer, you can technically use Discord just through a web portal. You don't even have to download it. It's pretty stonks. Would love to have you there for 20 vegan. The embarrassment maybe, not knowing who I really am. Was a junkie for 10 years, quit that, but being on the booze now, life is scary. Ooh, I can think that especially, you know, the fact, not so much that you're trying to quit, you know, drinking and substances, but that you have been doing it for so long that you have shaped your way of living, your way of interacting with people around being intoxicated, to come out of that and to be confused or concerned about who you are, what you are, you know. Who am I without being intoxicated? Am I still funny? Am I still fun to talk to? Am I still this? Am I still that? And it can be something that can stop people from trying to get better in the first place, you know. Instead of them trying to get over this thing that they know is a problem in their life, they continue the behavior because they're too scared of what they might become, who they might be without this thing that they become so used to. And I'm proud of you, dude. The fact that you've been able to, you know, one, identify that potential, I want to say, embarrassment inside of yourself, that potential confusion for who you might be, the fact that you know about these things and that you're aware of it, and yet still choosing to participate in the rehabilitation of yourself. It's amazing, my friend. You know that you are already on the right path. Cable, I love how you throw new points of view into the room. It's very interesting. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Cable is very much a divine being himself as well. You guys are the best. No, you infamous one. Join right here. Thank you, Yader. Thank you. Absolutely, Cable. Many good points. Oh, we have Tate here as well, sending you good love and vibes today. Sending them right back to you, Tate. Thank you for your love, my friend. Hooga booga! I don't know why that was so aggressive, but hey, Lane, thank you for joining us, dude. How are you doing, my Ooga Booga? Oogie Boogie. How is it going? I'm doing so well, man. How are you doing? Thank you, Talia. Thank you. It's a pleasure to share with you, my friend. It's a pleasure to have you sharing with us, Cable. My inbox is always open. Thank you so much for extending that invitation, my friend. The addiction doesn't define you. Taking it away doesn't take away who you are. I hope the words help you know you are who you are, regardless of circumstances. That's beautifully put, Yader. And I thought about that and I didn't say it because obviously I had to say it now after you said it as well. So a good way for you at least to give yourself some potential calm through the logic pathway, if you will, not wonder. I think that's even worse. Not wonder, it is. Like, to realize that no matter what you've been through, how long you've been through it, how much you've grown, there is also and always been this underlying awareness, consciousness, beingness, underlying all of it, right? And discontinuing this drinking behavior isn't ever, won't ever be able to take away that underlying beingness. And becoming identified with that beingness, which you always are, that's how you can give yourself a little bit of calm. But that's just one way of thinking about it, my friend. Now, as Mel said, I have to accept my desire on walking this path. Yes, absolutely you have to, Cable. Hey, we have Simon here as well, Mr. Sin Insane. It's so nice to have you, dude. How are you doing? Styles, we should actually give the salute 7. Smile 7, smiley face and a 7. You can give old Insane a salute if you want to. Okay, he's already gone, I'm guessing. I'm too busy to stay, but have a fantastic day, guys. I hope you have a fantastic day as well, Simon. Sending you good vibes into the universe wherever you are, man. He is busy studying for like coaching or personal training, it feels. You got it, dude. You got it. If you can insert various demons for addiction and yet ring and it whoa. Also, you can insert various demons for addiction and it yet rings very true. Thank you for saying that to them. Thank you as well, my friend. That is beautiful, vegan. Very inspiring energy here. My goal is to never stop expanding consciousness with everyone. Like Kiki, like she's just in the mud. Like of all the places they get to play, like there's just oogles of grass. Like literally 95, no, probably 99% grass coverage on the farm. And the one place, the 1% place, you know, that there's just dust and grime, that's where they play. And then Kiki just loves going backside first, so she's just like on her back, you know, being played with, getting dragged through the freaking dust. There's no keeping her clean. Thank you for the love, Simon. I appreciate that. And also, Kristen, expanding consciousness is what we're doing right now, my friend. Showing up every day for yourself, for one another. It expands consciousness. Every single positive thing said, every good feeling felt brings us a little bit closer to that expanded consciousness. Lane, I had a dream that I got mail to my place addressed to Lane Butler. How funny. That was all I remember. Hey, bingo. Bye, bingo. I wonder what was in it. I wonder what was in it as well. What would be in a package addressed to Lane? I feel a bunch of stereotypical answers coming up at first. Now a bunch of weird ones. Bring it to some sort of middle point. Yes, a box of strings. Yes. She's just in the dirt. Oh goodness. That dog is so crazy. And like, there's no like getting it out of her at this point. I'm pretty sure she loves being in the dirt. I'm probably gonna be next to be visited by Dusty Doge, and then I'm gonna be the bad guy again for telling her she's not allowed on my lap. Interesting. Yeah, I'm also curious. Again, thank you for the love, Simon. It was yellow, letter-sized envelope. I didn't open it, but I remember. Yeah, so if it's an envelope, I'm just imagining like a single guitar string, like from Lane's personal favorite guitarist. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lane would be like vibing of something like that, right? Lane, who is your all-time favorite guitarist / metal artist? And if you were to find out that you could get one of the strings he performed, like one of his biggest albums with, or one of his live shows with, would you want said string for one of your guitars, dude? I feel that is something you would appreciate. I say that means you have a message to give. That's actually a good one as well. If it's a letter-sized envelope, maybe you're supposed to send Yader a message, Lane. Supposed to give him that good. Hey, thank you, dude. I'm happy you appreciate it. One Nut Wonder. I'm like, every time I read your name, I don't know, it gets worse, dude. My message to give would be that I love you, Lane. There we go. The perfect message has been shared. Gloomy Sunshine. Thank you for joining us, Christine. So nice to have you, my friend. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Has the water been evacuated from said basement? If the message becomes more clear, I will share it when it does. Perfect. That sounds perfect. Do let me know if you remember more. Hello, darling. Something similar is also an issue with getting out of depression, or at least it was the case for me. If that bad thing has taken up such a big part of your personality, it's hard to figure out what's left when the big bad thing is gone. That's very true, Talia. And I believe for that reason, not alone, but that reason probably has a very big influence. People become addicted to their pain. People become addicted to their understandings of their victimness. because they've been a victim, they've been in pain, and they've been, you know, a lesser for so long that they can't imagine themselves not being that anymore. They can't imagine what they would be without that anymore. And it's never the loop, if you will, you want to get yourself caught in. Free yourself, friend. Know that you are free. But to anyone feeling that way, things will get better. The feeling of not knowing who you are will fade. You'll find yourself. Thank you for reassuring us. That's the right word, Talia. I really appreciate it. I'm very aware. That's the bummer. That's not the bummer, my friend. That means you know exactly what's happening next. You know exactly what's going to happen next. Your perception, your awareness, if anything, is just going to have less obstruction, right? Alcohol, if anything, creates a little bit of a hazy filter on top of that awareness. And getting to a point where you're completely sober again, your heart arrhythmia is going to probably improve a lot. That is going to literally make your entire physiology feel better. Your body is going to start detoxifying itself of all of these things you've been putting in yourself. Your liver is going to have a rest for the first time in 15 years. It's going to serve you well, my friend. Know that your awareness can only improve with the discontinuation of an alcoholic lifestyle, my friend. And if you raise it, if you like logic it out, if you make those points, those feelings towards them, I believe you can do it, dude. You've already started doing it, man. Thank you, though. You have helped me so much. Love to you, friend. Love to you. Oh, we have so fun here. Hope you all enjoyed the weekend. It's beautiful weather today, and I am about to go kayaking. So fun. That sounds amazing, my friend. I hope you have an absolutely amazing time kayaking. I haven't kayaking forever. Been kayaking forever. I hope you have fun. I hope the rapids aren't that rapid, if you will. So it's like fun. I love kayaking. Your hair looks beautiful and windswept today. Thank you so much, Charlie. I appreciate you and sharing the love. It's been a long time, dude. How have you been? How have you been, my friend? What's a great way to spend the day? Oh, yes, it is. Yes, I'm so excited. Love getting outside, being in nature again. Like, being subject to the water and also being able to influence your movement on the water. There definitely is a very visceral experience to it as well. Being separated from this potential life-threatening hazard, while also feeling kind of weightless as a result of being on top of it. What a trip. The package addressed to me right now are patches, albums, and college books. My favorite guitarist? That's a hard question. I'm curious, dude. Coupon for a feather duster. You're talking about my head? Yeah. Maybe it was the guitar string that Mel turned to gold. Maybe it was, Yader. I wouldn't be surprised. I was thinking about that as well. I'm so happy you remembered that, actually, man. Had a bad weekend. Need some melt. Here we are, my friend, Marco. Here we are. Take a breath with me. You are loved. You are lovable. You are loving. Always and forever, my friend. I hope you know that to be true. Like John Petrucci, Kerry King, Jeff Hanneman, Dimebag are all my favorite, or some of my favorites. I don't really have just one favorite of anything. You know, I would accept that answer mildly. Okay, you know, I can make compromises, Lane. Instead of, because I was thinking every single person gives you this much of a guitar string and then you just try and attach it to each other, but that won't work. So each of them can give you a guitar string, and you're gonna have like 6 artists to give you each string. So you have, you know, a little bit of a piece of each of your artists. Now you have to add 2 more, I guess. To you, John, Kerry, Jeff, Dimebag. Yeah. We need 2 more, dude. Sorry to hear, friend. Hope all is well. Sending you energy that you need. Thank you so much, friends, for sending love as well. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Gloop. Yeah, Marco. You are loved, my friend. I hope you know that. The water is gone, it's still damp, but we have a dehumidifier running, and I've left the storm doors open during the day so that the warmth can draw it out. I'm so happy to hear it, my friend. Little by little, I guess, little by little it will dry out. Fortunately, it was only a few inches, as again as you said. You didn't have to constantly, like for days, buckets and buckets and buckets. Like, oh, having a pool in your basement just sounds like a kid's dream, you know? Like if you're an actual child, you're like 6 years old, you're like, yeah, sick. Pool in our basement, but being the adult that just like witnesses said pool in basement, no. Very much no. Marco, sending you love and light. Was there anything good at all through the bad? Yeah, that's a very good question. Yater, dude, you have such fantastic questions, man. Thank you for asking them as well, because I'm not. That is a great question. Through this bad weekend, just to ask it again, was there anything of note? Anything that brought you some joy? Anything that you felt, okay, this is less bad? And if so, like, do tell us about that, my friend. Yes, Lane, diversity is a very beautiful thing in art. There are so many beautiful creations. Why limit yourself to one? Absolutely. Other than that, I've been great. I was feeling a bit defeated from everything happening, but shifting my focus has helped a lot. You've been through a lot. Gloomy, you've been through a lot, my friend. You have the right to feel a little bit down as well. And the fact that you were feeling down and you are now refocusing your intentions and what you believe is important, I believe it's also going to allow you to feel into that joy that brings you even more fully because of the hardships you've experienced. Thank you for thank you for sharing with us, my friend, and for being here with us today. How's your camping trip coming along? Have you started planning it? I do remember you told me you're waiting for spring, right? Or autumn. Should be that now, I'm guessing. I never looked at it like that. Nice to zoom out and see another angle, right? I mean, this is one of the nice things about this space as well, actually, Jovan, is that instead of being subject, and I want to say almost subject to my own perceptions, my own perspectives on what this world is and how things are supposed to work, I get to have you friends to influence me on the way that I think about things. For example, like I was just in a place of trying to send Marco love, after he's had his hard day or hard weekend. And then Yader asked the question that I believe is absolutely fantastic in a scenario like that. Like, even though you went through a hard weekend, what was something during that weekend that was beneficial, something that was good? Again, a small question that you can ask, and yeah, that can have a profound impact on how you see yourself and how you see the weekend you went through. You're not alone. There you go. Exactly. And with such a diverse genre, such as metal, there are different styles for each subgenre. That's actually true as well. Sorry about your weekend. It's okay. Not really, Yader. Just one of those weekends that reminds you of the things you don't have. Marco, you know what's ironic about that? About this being reminded of the things that we don't have? Is that it's an illusion, dude. And I know this can be seen as something that's very insensitive. And like, Melt, I don't have fucking medical insurance and now I have to pay X amount of thousands of dollars. Don't start with your bullshit of I don't have any lack. Yes, I know, I'm stupid. I know, I agree. But on a more real level, a fundamental level, and this is something I've experienced so much in myself as well, is these stories of lack we tell ourselves, like not having X amount of money, not being able to afford a car, not being able to like live in your own place at the moment or afford food for yourself. And you can get into a place where not only do you feel you do not have these things, but you can push yourself to the point where you feel undeserving of those things as well. You'll be fed, you'll have a house, you'll have some friends to talk to occasionally, and then you'll spend time, watching something like a series, be it something on TV, something on your computer, be it you use Facebook and you're scrolling through what's happening with your friends, be it Instagram, same thing happening, and then you see something that triggers this awareness of inside of yourself that there is this thing that you do not have. There's this thing that you cannot afford right now. There's this thing that these people have, and oh, look at how they're smiling. They must be so happy. This thing that they have must be the thing that's giving them this happiness. And the fact that we cannot afford that thing now is the reason we're unhappy. Is the reason we do not have it figured out. Is the reason, And it can be something that we get so caught up in. It can be something that we get so lost in, to the point where, again, we deny ourselves any enjoyment out of our realities. Because we don't have these few select things, we throw the rest of it out, throwing the baby out of the bathwater. Even though that's a horrible saying, it doesn't make any sense because we haven't washed our babies in basins in a long time. But yeah, life is so full, dude. Life is so full. Even without being able to afford all of the things that you believe is going to bring you some sort of joy in it. Just being able to see, being able to smell, being able to hear the wind and the leaves rustling, being able to feel my skin, feel the difference in material. How much resolution, dude. So much resolution. I'm so grateful. I love you, my friend. I hope you know that, Marku. And worthy of love. Yes, and worthy of love. Excuse me, Lane. I had to, nudge you a little bit so you can hop into that one as well. Yeah, I feel that, Lane. Once you get into any genre, you'll find so many subgenres and fall in love with some more than others as you find more. And not only the taste changes over time too, of course, so many aspects to it. That is really true, Thalia. Perfectly put. No more. Bye, bingo. Two more. All right. Adam Jones and Darren Malakayan. Yes. How sick would it be, though, Lane, to be able to strum with a single hand flick 6 different strings by 6 different of your icons, idols, people you look up to, people whose music you've enjoyed. Sounds like a vibe to me. Reminders of lack is quite frustrating and can really paralyze you. Want to talk about what you want and what you don't have? We're here if you want to, my friend, 100%. Thank you so much for the wholesome show fun. I do appreciate you. We have started planning it. We're hoping to do an overnight of the Appalachian, oh goodness, trail. Since moving away from California, it's been sad, and I've been missing the Pacific Crest Trail like crazy. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. Hopefully this new trail that you're going to go on is going to blow you out of the water so much that you completely forget about your perceived lack of the previous trail. Hey Gary, thank you for joining us, my friend. How are you doing? Sounds like it's going to be an amazing time. Have you been there before? I don't think so. Melt, your mindfulness is so inspiring. Thank you, Talia. No, friend. You're being mindful here with me. Hi, Bingo. Are you Jesus? No. I'm Melt more, my friend. Jesus lived a long time ago. If anything, we're all a part of that which Jesus was, in the same way. Jesus never claimed to be anything more special than anyone else. I believe, at least in my opinion, I think if anything, Jesus was trying to teach people about their oneness with God, the universe, source, the big computer that simulates our reality, whatever you want to say, and instead of taking that as the message, the lesson, people were like, oh, this Juan being is God. Let's give a bunch of money to the establishment that touts this being, let me assign my entire life value to this one being. No, my friend. If anything, you are Jesus, dude. Thank you. You have not done any of the. We have not done any of the. I can't read that word. Appalachian. I think it's maybe Appalachian. It's a cool word, Appalachian trail. Yet, while we lived in SoCal, South California, I'm guessing, we used to do sections of the PCT every weekend. Looking forward to the AT, though. I think it's going to be amazing, my friend. If anything, you've done the previous one a bunch of times, as you said. Now you get to have this entire whole new, perfectly divine, perfectly different experience instead of having the one before. Bingo B on the... Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's up with him. Like, he's just literally walking past in front of me, then like doing a loop, walking past here again, and then he's like chilling here, and then he does the same thing over and over again. I mean, he knows kind of these paths, so I'm guessing that's why he's like just running through his... I know where these things are, so I'm gonna walk here. Man, I'm just thinking to myself now how terrifying it must be as well for him. Like, he's going blind slowly. I mean, he's 15 years old, so he's doing pretty well, but still, he is going blind. I mean, he's mostly blind. I'm guessing like 70, maybe 80% blind right now. And he'll go sometimes just out, into the middle of the field, be chilling there, like chewing on sticks or whatever. Like, he doesn't do much of that. He just does this like staring into space thing. Like, he'll walk somewhere and then he'll just like and then he like walks back to wherever he was before. So I'm wondering how much of his movements are now like memory based. Like, he has this whole pattern of what the farm or what his immediate environment looks like in his brain. Because like, I'm imagining myself walking into the middle of the field and then suddenly not being able to see, or losing 80% of my vision. How terrifying it would be, the prospect of not being able to find my way back. Fortunately, he does. And he's so happy, nonetheless, so old, so wrecked, and still just vibing. just having his life, Getting the pets when the pets come as well. It would be surreal, right? I think it would be amazing, Lane. We're kind of quiet today, it seems. Melt has almost caught up. We've been quiet a little bit more as of late, actually, Talia. It's been very calm. It's nice. How are you doing? I'm doing well, Dot. How are you, my friend? It's nice to have you here again. Thank you for your kind words. I've been single for so long since I felt loved. It feels so far away. I appreciate everyone trying to help. We love you, my friend. It's been, like, I don't know how long you've been single for, but I've been romantically single for going on my 3rd year now. It's like 2 years and 10 months now. Yeah, basically 2 years and 9 months. I've also been single, my friend, and it can be very difficult. And I don't know if this is, something personal to me, but you get over it eventually. I think so. Like, this is definitely probably just me, but I'm at that point where I'm kind of over it. Like, I'm no longer having... So, okay, let me backtrack a little bit. At one point in this year, I would be in a conversational mood, if you will, that would be indicative of the attempt of romance, if that makes any sense. So I would want to talk to people with the potential of there being romance. So like with the context I've had on my phone, chatting with some of the girls I already know, and having that intention / bias towards why it is I'm communicating. And through this year especially, I've had to grow more than I've been comfortable with at some points. And one of the things I've come to realize is just how unwilling I am to compromise myself in order to get this thing that I think I want, this relationship, because it's not going to be something that serves me nearly as much as the path that I'm walking right now. And I believe as well that in walking this path, if it be so willed, I will find a significant other that is right for me, my friend. And I want to suggest the same thing for you. Like, again, think about it in the way of, how do you have to live your life to meet the person that you want to meet, right? Like, you have a potential ideal significant other in your mind. So ask yourself, what do I have to do? Where do I have to be? What do I have to change? What do I have to bring into this world day to day to find myself in a position where I meet this person that I would want to spend the rest of my life with, and then do that. And if you keep doing that, friend, we're going to eventually find them. I'm gonna get along. I'm going to go. Whoa. I'm going to get going. I have the day off and want to take advantage of the free time to practice. Peace out, you all. Peace out, Lane. It was nice to have you here, my friend. The perfect person will come along when you least expect it. I gave up on love and then it hit me. I gave up on love and then it hit me. I was in love with my best friend that I've known since I was 16. That's amazing. That's so amazing, my friend. I'm so happy to hear that. Being able to marry, for example, your best friend, that is the best thing ever. Oh, my crow. Sorry to hear that. Times will change. Life will give you such a treat. The tough thing is, you don't know when, but there will always be better times. Be patient, and it's not the same, but we're here for you whenever you want to talk. Yes, we are. And thank you for extending that invitation, my friend. Kiki and Bingo is a fun lesson today. Bingo just walks by, but still gets attention. Kiki demands the attention. Be more like Bingo. I like that. To be in a position to receive attention, but to not be in demand, like in a egoic, demanding way for it, or trying to get it, if you will. I like that, Yader. Thank you, man. Appalachian. Okay. Thank you for letting me know, Gloomy. How fortunate to see good lessons in such things, right, vegan? I mean, then again, there can be lessons in everything. Enjoy your day, hun, my crow. I know the love we offer is not the love you are seeking, but accept our love and open your heart to that love, and the love you seek will present itself. Believe it to be. And love yourself, dude. I know it's the most cheese thing to say, but you have to love yourself first, my crew. You have to love your experience of being alone, just being with yourself, if you're to be happy, being in a relationship. And it can be something that can create a sense of dread, like, oh goodness, I have to love myself before I can be in love and love someone else properly. Kinda, yeah. Sometimes you can learn with someone else, but it's very difficult to do that. It's very hard and very painful to do so as well. You need to love yourself first, my friend. Meld, where are you in the world? I'm asking because I'm going apeshit for the birds again. Vegan, I live in South Africa, my friend. Well, those birds definitely are singing. Kiki and Eva are just like sprinting on the grass. Looks like good fun. Yeah, get yourself clean. Like, it's so bad that Kiki will look like she's washed after playing on the grass. That's how dirty she starts off at. Aren't they beautiful? They're at this point the parts of the stream. Okay, everyone. I'm going to get going. See you guys tomorrow. Do something for yourself today. Something for someone you know, and something for someone you don't know. See you as well, Gloomy. Thank you, my friend, for sharing this space with us. And I think, on that note, maybe we'll say bye today. I'm pretty sure that's a Cape Bulbul somewhere in the background. I mean, you would know more than me, I believe, vegan. I'm not that knowledgeable when it comes to the verbs. Makes me think of this meme of this dude being like, I have a talent. I have the ability to identify any bird. And this dude like sends him a picture of a bird, like colorful bird, and he's like, "Yep, can confirm that's a bird." I can do that. I can do that much. I can be like, "You're vegan. It's a bird. I can guarantee you it's a bird." You know, I don't know any much like more about it, but I can guarantee you it's a bird. Everything comes a little bit easier when you learn to love yourself. So right. And I love you, Jovan. I love you, Yader. When you love yourself, you will emit energy that people will be drawn to. It's true. It's like, again, coming back to the overflowing cup analogy. Like, if you have that overflow of love for yourself already, you instantly go and you want to like fill the cups of those who you feel not potentially lacks love, but could maybe not be experiencing as much of it as they possibly could, you know. And in that way, maybe that's what attracts, if anything, not so much the person, but the potential to receive that love, dude. Do be on the mellow lookout for yellow-butted burbs if you can. I'll check for you, my friend. I'll let you know if I see any of them. We do have these little blue-butted birds, if you will. Maybe that would be one that stimulates your curiosity. Exactly, Yader. Love you all. Have the best day. Marco, I'm sending you extra love today. Love and light for all. Love and light to you. Yader, you were such a blessed co-creator today, my friend. I thank you. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for your bright company, Melt, and everyone here. Thank you for yours, Vegan. You were an absolute blessed co-creator as well. Burp. Yeah, Talia. I'm happy you know the burp. My smiley don't work. Oh no. I was about to say it's an interesting gesture you're sending me. I guess it could be a face, you know, it has like a mouth and like a nose. Then like an eye with a small little, I don't know. Oh, it's the little, I see. Thank you, my friends, for sharing this space with me. I do appreciate you as always. I do look forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.